it was not leather. And he said, why did the Prophet ﷺ wipe upon the leather? He said, because it covered the area of the thought. It covered the entire area of the thought, and that's what is important, is that the sock, whether it's from leather or from cotton, that it covers the area of the thought, which is where? From the ankle and then the entire foot.
بس أقول الخف بالكف الصغير دقيق تخيل الآن في خفاف تكون صغيرة حيل ما تغطي محل الفرد، هذا ما يمسح عليه، لكن إذا غطى العظمين يعني مثل هذا يجوز يمسح عليه، يأخذ الماء يمسح مسحة واحدة. بعض الناس يأخذ الماء هكذا، عرفت؟ يصب على القدم، هذا غلط. تأخذ الماء هكذا، عرفت؟ تمسح مرة واحدة، تأخذ الماء هكذا وتمسح عليه.
Okay, now when he showed us how to put, first of all, the ankle socks ينقسمون إلى قسمين. The two ankle socks are two different types of ankle socks. The regular socks that we wear, the high ones, like for example, like the ones I have on, that's no problem because it clearly covers. But the sheikh now, for example, he has ankle socks on. There's two types of ankle socks. There's the ones that the sheikh has on, which covers the ankles, and there's the smaller version now. A lot of the smaller versions, people wear them because it looks like you don't have socks on. So some certain style or certain dress that people want to wear, they want to look like they're wearing no socks. So the sock goes down below the ankle. It's a very small type of ankle sock. He said this type of ankle sock that goes below the ankle, it's not permissible to wipe upon this because it doesn't cover the area of the thought. However, the ankle sock which goes above the ankle, like the ones he has on, these are permissible to wipe upon, inshallah. He said one of the mistakes also that people make, some people will like put a bunch of water in their hand like this. You see how my hand is in the palm? And then they kind of like pour it onto the foot. Or they throw it onto the foot like that. He said that's not the way to wipe it. He said actually when you have the water in your hand, that you shake the hand like that, it means it's not going to be super wet. And then you come from the top, like he did, and you wipe on the top like that. And it's actually sunnah, as he was showing, that you can do the right hand on the right foot and the left hand on the left foot. The only way you would do it different, obviously, is if you were bracing yourself. For example, you have your hand on the sink, or you have your hand on the place where you're making wudu, and you only have one hand that's available because you're bracing with the other hand. Then you could do one hand here with the right, but then you would get new water with your right hand for the left foot. So you could do like that, but you would get new water in order to do that. Inshallah.
أنا عندي سؤال. واحد أنا قبل الصلاة توضيت مسحت خفي. قبل الصلاة نزعت الخف هذا مسحت عليه. قبل أن نصلي نزعته. هل يأخذ الوضوء أو لا؟ نزع الخف هذا يأخذ الوضوء.
A very important question now. He's saying that before the salat, he was wearing, instead of tahara, to make wudu, the socks or the khuf, and he wiped upon it. Okay, this is before Salat al-Mughrim as an example. And he prayed, he's still in the state of wudu now, but he took off his sock. Taking off the sock or taking off the khuf, does that break the wudu or not? That's the question. Okay, we're going to vote democratic system. Whoever says G, now it breaks it fast, raise your hand. That breaks it fast. We're finished Ramadan. With the siyah, it breaks it fast. It breaks the wudu. Whoever says breaks the wudu, raise your hand. G. هذا صوته نعم.
صوته بأنه يعيد الوضوء.
انقطع الوضوء خلاص. طيب هذا سؤال. طيب no who says لا ما ينفع. طيب وأكثرهم مترددون لم يجيبوا.
الصحيح أن الوضوء باقي. والدليل ثلاث أدلة. الدليل الأول أن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام الدليل الأول في مصنف أبي شيبة وعبد الرزاق. مصنف أبي شيبة وعبد الرزاق أن أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب رضي الله عنه وأرضاه توضأ ومسح على خفيه وخلعهما وصلى. وعلي بن طالب هو الذي روى أحاديث مسح خفيه. هذا أول دليل في مصنف أبي شيبة. الدليل الثاني بلال عنده شعر. أنت عندك شعر توضأت مسحت على شعرك قبل الصلاة حلقت الرؤوس، هل تعيد الوضوء؟ ما تعيد الوضوء. ثالثا أحاديث الخفين أكثر من 40 حديث، ما جاء عند واحد يقول إذا نزعت ينقض الوضوء، وهذا فعل من علي بن طالب. هذا فعل علي بن طالب توضأ مسح وخلع وصلى.
طيب he said the correct view is that if you take off your sock or your khuf after you wipe upon it, that it actually does not break the wudu. Many people, it's famous that it does break the wudu, but the correct opinion is that it doesn't break the wudu. He said, what is the dalil? What is the evidence that it doesn't break the wudu? He said 3 things. First of all, in the Musannaf, famous book of hadith, the Musannaf of Abdur and Ibn Abi Shayba, that in both of these books, they narrate the hadith of the Athar of Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, that he wiped upon his socks, and then he took them off, and then he prayed. He wiped on the socks, and then later he took them off, and he prayed. And Ali ibn Abi Talib, he's from the narrators who narrate the hadith of the Prophet about wiping upon the socks. So here clearly you can see from his action that it's something he knew was permissible. And he said this hadith is authentic, it's sound, it was considered sound by Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala. The second evidence, it's from the qiyas, or from the analogy. He said, for example now, what's your name, brother? Amin. Brother Amin made wudu for Salat al-Maghrib. And then afterwards, he saw Shaykh Abdullah, his haircut. And we know how Shaykh Abdullah's haircut is, mashallah.